Before I begin, I wanted to say, please remember that I did put out the COVID-19 detox kit. It is a very deep and thorough guide on COVID-19 treatment, as well as the vaccines, the different vaccines that are out there, their ingredients, and the potential adverse effects. It goes deep into DNA clearing, heavy metal detox, all kinds of tools, resources, and even it has a database of different peer-reviewed research and articles on COVID treatment, mRNA, etc. that you guys can go ahead and look into to get more information. Because states, it looks like for some people, it actually may become mandatory. I know in California, they're saying if you go to a state college, you have to take the vaccine. So I know that you can't not take the vaccine for some people. So instead here, I'm going to, provide you guys some tools to help you before and after. So it does come with a detox regimen, so you guys can go ahead and tap into that. Spiritual Warfare Academy, 2 new classes are up there. I do have a special announcement about that for those of you who are more in the professional and academic space who need continuing education units. So I'm going to put out an announcement about that. And yeah, so I wanted to talk about Lilith and the feminine principality that's coming down. So for those of you who don't know, most of the low vibing entities and demons on this planet, they are derived from the Lilith principality. Now, some people are like, well, she was Adam's first wife and she just represents the powerful feminine. No, there's 3 levels of Lilith, right? I'm talking about the 2 lower vibrational ones. For those of you who did the Lilith class with me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We got very, very deep. A lot of these karmics are calling on Lilith energy for their spell work, for their rituals and stuff like that. Now, the thing about this is their ancestors already made pacts with low vibrational principalities. Okay? They made pacts with, like I talked about, the Minoan snake goddesses, snake cults, bird cults, the owl cult, which is Lilith energy versus Athena. They made pacts with all these different cults in past lives. And all they're doing now in this lifetime is just remembering who they are and getting reintroduced to those packs. So what's going to happen is this principality is losing a lot of energy and power because true feminines and even like masculines too that get wrapped up in those principalities, they're pulling their energy out and they're pulling their energy away, and they no longer want to be a part of low vibrational mess. They don't want to be a part of lust and sex energy, sex magic, and energy harvesting and stealing and thieving and lying and rituals and all that stuff. So they're pulling their energy all the way out and the principality is imploding. Now, I told you that there's around this time, you guys are going to find out who's a part of the Hitler principality. I told you that a lot of these karmics, because I've been saying this, I talked about this in the Malcolm versus Martin principality video, that a lot of these karmics are a part of the Hitler principality. And it's not about Lilith or versus Hitler. If it's a male or a female principality. It's the fact that the principality itself, it doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine. The whole entire purpose is to destroy, create genocide, induce spiritual confusion, spread spiritual principality, period. A lot of these karmics are about to find out that they rebinded themselves to Lilith, and they're about to perish with Lilith. A lot of these rituals that these karmics have been playing with, a lot of the magic, etc., they don't know what deities behind that. And then they go and they talk about God, or they talk about Most High, or whatever the fuck whatever God that they call on. They're playing with Hitler and they're playing with Lilith. Full stop. My guides also told me to tell you that you're going to see a lot of these karmics that have been playing with the double mask, talking about God or enlightenment in the front, but they're playing with satanic rituals and Lilith and Hitler in the back. They're about to get double exposed because the principality itself is like, you're not even being loyal. How are you going to be evil and demonic and then you call on God? You need to, it's either one. So now these karmics are going to have to come to the realization that, wow, I'm actually going to get exposed for living a double lifestyle. Yeah, it's coming out, and the fact that they got ejected from the principality should tell them, like, okay, so I can't play with the devil, I can't play with God at the same time. No, the devil is looking for complete devotion at this point. There's nothing for you really to worry about. Hi, Brittany Harris. There's nothing for you all to worry about. This principality it's imploding. So what's going to be happening right now is they're going to be looking for people to offload their karma onto. They're looking for recruits, new people to join the principality. So they're looking there. So just be mindful right now. You're going to see a lot more confusion amongst the karmics because the people that they recruited are going to start to find out what they got themselves involved in and what they're now a part of. You're going to start to see them implode because the karma's returning and the new recruits are like, oh, wait, I thought you said it was going to be this and this and that. But nah, you walked into that principality of Hitler or Lilith, you're going to get the karma of that energy, period. Full stop. I didn't want to tell you that a lot of these karmics that are playing with that Lilith low vibing energy, they play with period blood and energy harvesting and fertility spells and all that other stuff. That's purely the Hitler principality. I tell you, a lot of these karmics are men, and you can see them in the way that they behave. They may wear weave and makeup and stuff like that, but they are fucking men. Period. They're damaged feminines. Those are the feminines, the initial ones that brought men into the priestcraft. Those are the original karmic females that brought men energy into the priestcraft. Those are the original karmic feminines that revealed the secrets of the goddess culture to these karmic masculines that created the destruction that we see today of all the goddess culture. Those karmics, those original karmics, they're getting their karma now. They're broken men on the inside. They don't know how to manifest. They have to steal. They're detached in their femininity. They use the femininity that they do have, which is their reproductive organ, as a weapon. They're men. And I've been saying this for the longest fucking time. All of the karmics that you even see on YouTube in the spiritual community running their mouth, those are all men. None of them are tuned into divine feminine energy. That's why they act the way that they act. That's why they play with rituals. That's why they attack true divine feminines, because those are men inside. And they're broken because they were never really around, or they never had the opportunity to tap deeper into their feminine side, which would be balancing both the feminine and the masculine. So you got all these karmics that run around with makeup and shit like that, but they're broken ass men inside, and they don't even know what it means to be a woman. That's why you see them doing crazy, egregious shit like womb magic and stuff like that. So a lot of these karmics right now, they're getting karma for the original transgression that their ancestors did, which is reducing, watering down, and exposing the divine feminine priestcraft. And that's why they're getting karma now. And that's why they're coming for true divine feminines now, because they know subconsciously something is coming, that the karmic wheel that they had to experience in past lifetimes for what they did is coming back around again. But they chose to make those decisions in this lifetime. They chose to get themselves back into that cycle by trying to sacrifice the real divine feminines. They chose to get themselves involved in that by becoming a part of the Hitler or the Malcolm or the Lilith principality, the low vibing aspect of Lilith. They chose that. So now they're getting their karma back again, and they don't understand why. Yeah. And that's why the highest point of femininity that they can express is physical. When it comes to really tapping into true divine feminine energy, going into the goddess council, getting messages from them, dealing with the ascended master council, they can't. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of these karmics, they're going to find out exactly where they stand with the goddess council. Yeah. And the divine feminine matriarch energy, they're going to find out exactly where they stand. A lot of these karmics don't realize that the matriarchy is still around. That's the thing too. They thought that just because it's the government and the economic system and they have their man-made religions, they forgot that the goddess council still exists, because remember, they destroyed us. They killed us off, the Sibyls and stuff like that we've been talking about on my channel since day one. That's why I told you guys to go read that book, because everything that's going on right now with the divine feminine is going to make a bunch of sense to you. I talked about this like 3 to 4 months ago about the skinwalker energy happening right now, because they're trying to get their hands on the divine feminine essence to get away from their karma and to manifest and stuff like that. And they can't, because the rituals, like I said, that they tied themselves in many lifetimes ago, that their ancestors did, they're getting karma for it right now too. It's coming back around again with the South Node in Sagittarius in Western and the South Node in Scorpio in Vedic astrology. Okay. So if you want to really see how these things are manifesting in real time, look at the astrology. The South Nodes will always tell you as well as where Saturn currently is. Definitely. Okay. So you're going to start to see the punishment coming down for these principalities and these fake ass karmics that have been trying to play with divine feminine energy, even though that they're aligned with that low vibrational Hitler energy or distorted feminine energy or male energy, because male energy is really just feminine energy inverted and distorted. If you think about it, because we all start as what in the womb, we all start default as female. Then there's a genetic abnormality that occurs and it develops something called the Wolffian ducts, which is basically the testicles. So the ovaries fall down through the Wolffian ducts, through those tubes, and they turn into testicles. That's literally the only the main difference. So true divine feminines, for those of you who are prototypes, it's really going to be important for you to continue to clean your energy, because we need that prototype of energy like on point. Think something's going to happen. It's you're still kind of like an incubation phase. A lot of you guys have done a lot of the clearing. You've been doing it for most of your life, right? So we're going to be going into the phase where as prototypes, other people are going to need to, other divine feminines who are lost in their path, as well as masculines, they're going to need our charge. They're going to need our plug to plug in with us. So all the true divine feminine spiritual leaders and authentic people, you guys are going to be getting a boost up. You're going to be getting time to rest, time to recuperate, all those different things, because they're going to need you right now to be an anchor, because all these fake ass prototypes they're not prototypes. All these false ass, emulators are out there running around, but we need the real prototypes to emit the frequency, the true frequency that's going to bring down the most high. Now, it's kind of like in biology when you study hormones and the endocrine system. Your cells, all of your cells have a layer of receptors around them, allowing only certain enzymes and chemicals and whatnot and receptors to come in, right? So what's happening now is, like, let's say, for instance, the goddess council are these cells, right? And you are the receptor on top of these. You're the receptor that's supposed to enter to the cell, kind of plug in like a puzzle, and then rewrite the information or gather information, etc. And then go to the next cell and that's do the same thing. These karmics are fake receptors. They try to emulate the same exact shape, but they're different in nature. They release a different chemical. Their entire process is different. I'm going to post a picture so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. You are the true receptor, divine feminine, divine masculine listening. You're the true receptor. You're about to see all these fake ass receptors. They're going to break down. They can't recept anymore. The cellular wall has rewritten itself, if that makes some sense. They've changed the shape of the receptors. They've changed how you enter. So before, maybe it was a square entrance. Now it's round. And this is all happening because this was a part of the whole evolutionary makeup and evolutionary process. It only made sense that it will evolve into this, so that low vibrational energies be removed from planet Earth, because they can't tap into divine energy. So they're on their last fucking leg. So again, you're going to see a lot of the rituals enhance, a lot of the magic attacks enhance, but you're also going to see towers enhance and accelerate. You will see some of these karmics die from their rituals for sure. You're going to see some people go to spiritual jail and physical jail. You're going to see even some of these karmics completely disappear. And that's because they couldn't carry the charge. And they've been exposed, and their feeding source has been eliminated. Yeah, you saw someone who ran with dark magic losing their mind in front of you. Yeah, I'm watching it too with a couple of my karmics completely losing their mind. That's true. Don't be telling people your birthday. My shit is already on the internet, so it's like, fuck, whatever. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about with the offloading of karma, because a lot of these karmics, whew, they are looking for canvases, basically unsuspecting people to dump off their karma on. So even with the coven of karmics that are for sure a part of this principality, like on YouTube, that they launder money and they play with energy harvesting rituals and voodoo and oba and whatnot. They're adding new recruits, and you guys can see clearly who the new recruits are to their team. But they're using those people. Those people are stupid. They're being used as like a blank canvas for karma to be offloaded onto. Because with the coven, the more people that they can have to split off the karma, the better. So just be mindful of these karmics now are going to start reaching out. Oh, come to this event, or come hang out with me, and da 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 da. Yeah, they're looking for new recruits for their coven. Period. So, I will be doing a reading today, mental health awareness. What do karmics do with your birthday? They go into your birth chart. to try to tamper, to try to read you and stuff like that. They had one of these other karmics. There's the YouTube coven. There's one karmic channel. I'm not gonna say their name, but they that's the one that they recruited her. Her channel's a little bit new. She copies off of Astro Queen a lot, but she's the one that they recruit to do every people's charts and stuff like that, and tap into their birth charts and lie and do magic and shit like that. Right, unreal. They have a whole group. That one is an astrologer, one plays with blood magic here, one plays with gossip and slander there, a word witch, one plays with fertility spells over there, one plays with money magic. They right, right. I give a different beat, right? You guys are so smart. You guys are so funny. So now you know. Yeah, the whole principality is imploding. All right, you guys. So that's what I have for you today. Who knows? I may be on later with another stay in your lane message or reading. I will be finishing up the scandal surveillance videos on YouTube today, and then we will be doing the for those of you who are on Patreon, we'll be doing the legal cafe today, okay, at 12 o'clock. So just be ready. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for the super chat.